Hey, this is Ant Polonio once again. I want to talk to you a little bit tonight about never giving up and never settling. As I was watching the playoffs tonight, I noticed that a couple of things that they were talking about. Some of the commentators were talking about the playoff game that was between the Miami Heat and the Indiana Pacers. What basically happens throughout the course of the game, Miami was really doing very well and winning the game by a wide margin, and it seems like Indiana were doing very well. They weren't doing so well. They had kind of deviated from the game plan, the things that have allowed them to be able to win, the things that allowed them to be able to win the first game, and that almost helped them win the second game. I mean, the first game. They almost helped them win the first game, and the things that they did to win the first game, they also did to win the second game. But they weren't doing that on game 3. So Miami kind of just blew it wide open, because what happened? What I noticed is that what the commentators were saying with Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal and TNT broadcast team, Kenny the Jet Smith and the other guy, the main guy, Eric, the main host, I can't remember his last name, but they were saying that, and Reggie Smith as well, during the course of the period of the broadcast, was talking about how the Indiana Pacers had kind of deviated from their game plan. They weren't actually doing the things that had gotten them to win the second game and made them almost win the first game. They deviated from going inside out. They weren't throwing the ball inside and playing the game from inside out. They were playing a lot of one-on-one basketball, especially in the third quarter. That's when Miami blew the game wide open, and they weren't really paying tenacious defense. So it was just the the body language, their spirit. They had kind of given up, and they had kind of given up, and they kind of settled. They had kind of settled for not being able to stop the Miami Heat from winning, from stopping the Miami Heat from blowing the game wide open. And they weren't playing tenacious defense, and they weren't really playing team basketball on offense as well as they should be. So what I want to share some things with you about that. And the Miami Heat have actually not lost a playoff game. Not to say that I'm a fan of the Miami Heat. I really don't particularly care who win the NBA championship. And on the other side, this is the Eastern Conference Finals. On the Western Conference Finals, you have Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs and Tony Parker. They have the best coach in the basketball, Greg Popovich, and they're up 3-0 on the Memphis Grizzlies. And a few years ago, I think it was the year before last, Memphis Grizzlies actually was a number 8 seed, and San Antonio was the number 1 seed. And Memphis Grizzlies beat knocked the San Antonio Spurs out of the playoffs. So I'm here to kind of share some things with you about the big difference between that year's teams, the Spurs and the Memphis Grizzlies, is that the San Antonio Spurs are really they're playing a lot better basketball because they have the best coach. They're both from a small market, two great teams. San Antonio Spurs always find a way to win. They have one of the oldest roster in the league, in the NBA, but they just kind of tweak their roster every year and add in a few key players to keep them on being in the top in the league, and they play wonderful team defense together. So, and they never settle, they never win, they never settle, they never win. I mean, they never give up, because the coach knows how to utilize his players well. He knows how to substitute well and give his older players the rest that they deserve. And Miami Heat does the same thing. Eric Spo is a wonderful coach, and so is Lionel Hollins for the Memphis Grizzlies. But the thing that makes a difference is that the players are kind of keying on the key players that are stars on that team that usually carry the team. For instance, Zach is a good player. Zach Randolph is a number 1 player. He's really their top player on the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Spurs figured out a way on how to keep him from scoring down in the paint. And same thing with what the Heat are doing with Paul George, and he's their best player, and as well as Roy Hibbert. So these guys are finding ways to shut down the key players, and because they never give up, and they have never settled. They're not settling. So that's the same thing here. What I want to emphasize here now is that now that I've talked a little bit about the story of the basketball in the game tonight, I want to kind of key in on why it's important for you not to settle, and why it's important for you to never give up on whatever it is that you have in store for your life, whatever goals or dreams that you have going, you want to never give up and never settle. Always focus in on the end result. Always keep your mind on the finish line. Always keep your eyes on the prize and not on the price. So keep your eyes on focusing keep your eyes focused on that goal and that dream. You'll never give up and you'll never settle. You don't want to ever settle for anything less than what you have. And if you know that you deserve more, then why don't you go find a way to never settle for where you are today and to get more. And some of the ways on how you can do that, there is finding a vehicle, finding a way. I mean, it's wonderful to have a source of employment, source of income coming in. But who says that that's the only way? There's lots of ways to generate income. There's lots of ways to set yourself from the masses and to achieve your dreams. I mean, there are a lot of businessmen out there doing it. Donald Trumps and the Dexter Yagers and the David Woods and David Sharp. And we happen to be part of a phenomenal concept called Empower Network. David Wood and David Sharp, the co-founders, are teaching folks like me and you and many others who want to come aboard on how to never settle and never give up. You just have to work hard and follow the 8 core commitments. Find mainly keying in on your dream, mainly keying in on what it is on your purpose, what it is that you really want in life. Are you serious about that? Are you hungry for that goal and dream? So you set your goals and you think about it, you breathe it, you sleep it, you read it every day, you talk about it with your spouse, and you just you put yourself in a position to succeed by being around success-minded people, right? So you don't ever want to give up on your goals and dreams. So those are some of the key success formulas. A 3-step formula is a 3 to 6-step formula, but there are also 8 core commitments to follow, right? So you find your dream, you focus on your dream, you find the vehicle to get you there, and you put yourself in a position to be around success-minded people by reading positive book, by listening to positive audio every day and reading a positive book, and keeping your eyes on the prize and getting around the people by going to an event. We have an event coming up in Denver, Colorado, 19th to 21st July, and I would love to have you with us, have you join us. At the end of this video, I want you to click the link on the bottom of the video, and it'll give you all the instructions on how to join us. Is going to be on that video. So never give up and never settle for anything less than what you want. And Empower Network is a way to get you there, and it's a way to get you past get you towards your dreams, towards your goals. It's one of the greatest online marketing opportunities in the world. They're paying out commissions daily. A lot of folks are getting paid, and so I want you to get paid. So come and join us, okay? This is the key. That's the key. This is the day. Today's the first day of the rest of your life. So let's never give up and never settle. Again, this is Ant Polonio. Click the link on the bottom. http Make lots of money with Ant Polonio. That's ANTPOLONIO.com. And follow the video. Click the link. Put your email address in there. Follow the link. And at the end of the video, you want to go ahead and put your credit card in there. It's $25 to get you started. And let's get you going towards your goals and dream, my friend. Alrighty. Look forward to seeing you on the inside. Do it today. Do it now.